folks. And let's bring in political commentator and townhall.com columnist Eric Reimer. Eric, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I guess we should start here with Rod Rosenstein. I mean, he definitely was pushing back against any indications, especially from the House Freedom Caucus, that he should step aside. This impeachment letter that's been circulated around with no names. Rod Rosenstein says, "Hey, basically back off." Do you think that he should resign in the middle of all of this?
I mean, there definitely should be some level of democratic accountability to any investigation like this, especially one that has such major ramifications on our elected processes, on our public officials. I mean, I think that the problem with the investigation so far has been that a lot of information has been revealed to the public by the way of leaks, by very unclear and conflicting information, and so it's very hard to really know exactly what's been going on. And with this particular Rosenstein saga, it seems to more be a conflict between Congress and various inquiries they sent to Rosenstein. And so, I mean, I think that so far polling has shown that the public still wants a kind of less harsh approach to it, but I think it remains to be seen how exactly the relations continue between Congress and Rosenstein.
Obviously, his relationship with Congress at this point is incredibly contentious. I mean, he said basically that it's dangerous to just open our doors, DOJ, to allow Congress to come and rummage through our files. So he's trying to maybe hopefully wrap up this Mueller investigation, hopefully get this thing completed, but he's worried about leaks. Let's talk about Mueller then, because this Mueller investigation, yesterday, of course, we confirmed we got the list of questions that he would be asking the president. But now John Dowd, his former attorney, President Trump's former attorney, told Associated Press that there is the possibility of a subpoena coming down the line. And do you think that this is likely? Do you think the president is going to face a subpoena if he doesn't voluntarily talk to Mueller?
I mean, I think that if President Trump doesn't voluntarily talk to Mueller, I think a subpoena would be likely. How that would resolve itself will be very uncertain, given the historical precedent around subpoenas. There's been no clear precedent around presidents being subject to subpoenas in investigations like this. I mean, there's the Nixon saga, the Clinton saga, with each only a very thin case law. I think it would be. I don't think a President Trump interview with Mueller would be that helpful to Mueller's investigation. I think it would be a very big escalation, however, into the public limelight.
For? I mean, here's one of the questions that we found yesterday in those 40 questions was Mueller was asking, what discussions did Trump have regarding any meeting with Mr. Putin? I mean, those are directly related to, did President Trump and his campaign collude with Russia? So Mueller is still on that track, it seems.
I mean, the tough part with special counsel investigations, as we've seen in the few cases in the past, is that they have difficulty winding down until they find some heads to roll, quote unquote. And I mean, I think the Mueller investigation has found a few heads to roll so far. I mean, Manafort, General Flynn, et cetera, the various other figures involved. And I mean, I think that it remains really uncertain because the Mueller team has not publicly said anything essentially beyond these leaked documents the past year.
Right.
And I mean, it's possible he's moving into obstruction, which would open a whole other can of worms, but we really have to see how it develops, I think.
That could be another can of worms, is right. Eric, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And could self-driving army tanks, could they happen? Could it come sooner than you think? And think about this, could the Pentagon beat Tesla?
We've got Tracy Carrasco joining us now with more on that and some other news this morning. Tracy, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Well, Uber, Tesla, Waymo, and all the others are in a race